Anthony Hernandez reacts to his dominant win over Roman Dolidze, laying out his plan for the future of his career, the obvious favored outcome of which is a title fight. Fluffy just extended his already impressive win streak and did so in a pretty convincing showcase type of performance. We all know about his cardio, which especially stands out as he's competing at middleweight, and it's no surprise people find it more difficult to maintain a high pace throughout 5 rounds as we go up the weight classes. He was once again able to weaponize his endurance, and though Roman couldn't do much in any range he found himself in before getting fatigued, the amount and intensity of the pressure that Anthony effectively put on him in each round finally broke the Georgian and forced him to tap in a finish that perfectly summed up the fight itself, a bullying of a fighter whose levels below him. Considering how stacked the 185 division is at the moment, with DDP and Khamzat fighting soon, Borralho and Imavov competing for the #1 contender spot, and RDR lingering in the background, Fluffy will have to do some more work to get there, but he's already set his sights on the gold.
I want the belt, man. Like, the belt is what's going to change my kid's life. You know what I mean? That's what's going to give them like better opportunity in life. Like, just chasing these fucking guys one fight at a time, there's no money in that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think that the new evolution, the Ritter is like the new where they can mix it up very well and fluid. So, I mean, I seen that fight coming, like he was going to win. There's a lot of new blood coming in. I'm part of that. And I think that it's going to make for some great fucking fights, man.
Jared Cannonier previews the Michael Venom Page fight, breaking down what he thinks of MVP's style and how he's going to approach the matchup to solve the puzzle that's going to be put in front of him. Venom Page undoubtedly has one of the most unique striking styles in all of MMA, and though he doesn't seem as difficult to figure out and beat as he once was while in his prime, he's proven that he's still a formidable challenge and can compete with good fighters in the UFC. In his last outing, Michael beat Shero Magomedov, getting back some positive momentum after his loss to Ian Gary. As for Jared, he snapped his 2-fight losing skid by finishing RoboCop in his last bout. For a while there, it looked like the Killer Gorilla's time in the company was over. But the 41-year-old veteran made a statement, and he plans on doing the same thing with the fight against MVP. When asked about his game plan in this one, Jared said without giving away too much, we can expect some high pressure from him as he intends to make MVP understand what it feels like to be in there with real middleweights.
Pressure definitely is going to have to be, that's my style anyway. I put pressure on, I engage in the fight, and I try to capitalize off of mistakes or any openings I might find in my opponent. So it's going to be no different here. I'm going to try to go in there and try to be better than I was before.
Justin Gaethje discusses a possible matchup with Ilia Topuria as he waits for the UFC's decision regarding the Georgian champ's first title defense at lightweight. It's safe to say a majority of hardcore fans would like the championship drama at 155 to culminate in a bout between Ilia and Arman Tsarukyan. The primary reason for this is the fact that Tsarukyan presents the toughest challenge to the new champion stylistically. Topuria, as spectacular as his rise has been, has yet to face a fighter with a wrestling-heavy approach, and there are some relevant questions he'll need to answer in that regard if this matchup in fact takes place next. Arman is also the most deserving to get a shot out of all the other options if we take a look at their records and recent performances, but Justin Gaethje doesn't care who else is in the running for the shot. He believes his status as the most reliably exciting fighter at lightweight should grant him that title shot, even if he's coming off only one win.
His footwork and his position, I mean, those are the things that set up and put you, give you the ability to deliver shots like that. Not only is he in position to throw those punches, but he's also in position to take punches. He's in good position all the time, so it's going to be a battle of footwork, trying to control his feet, trying to control range. And Oliveira, as we all know, it does get hit a lot and can be said for a lot of us, but consistently, pretty much him does get hit. And they were effective. So yeah, I'm excited. Again, I would love for that chance to this sport's so crazy. I believe that obviously I have the skills. I just need the opportunity to go in there and perform and make something happen.
Khamzat Chimaev's friend and teammate, the fellow UFC fighter Guram Kutateladze, revealed the real reason for Chimaev's current isolation as he enters fight week, getting ready to face DDP on Saturday. Recently, comments that came out of Khamzat's camp, including some made by Arman Tsarukyan, about the Chechen title challenger barely leaving his house and trying to maximally isolate himself to make sure he doesn't get sick before the fight, raised some questions for many fans, and of course, all of this became another topic of discussion before one of the most anticipated fights of the year. He seems to be in great shape, so what's the reason for this extra cautiousness that many view as overkill? Well, Guram says it has to do with something that took place the last time he had to pull out of a fight, the first time he was scheduled to fight Robert Whittaker. Kutataladze says Khamzat got poisoned and rushed to a hospital where he had to remain for a while as his body shut down. It seems he doesn't want to take any more chances.
К нам приехала скорая помощь, к нам в квартиру и забрала Хамзата в больницу. То, что случалось 2 раза, то есть тотально 3 раза за 2 недели, 2-3 недели. И да, отравился, были головные боли, очень жесткие. И, к сожалению, так все произошло.
Caio Borralho shares thoughts on his current position as the fighter who's soon going to be fighting Nassourdine Imavov in a title eliminator bout, but also serving as a backup fighter for the next weekend's middleweight championship clash between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. The Brazilian's rise at 185 as Fighting Nerd's leading men in the UFC has been an interesting one. Since 2022, he's won 7 fights in a row, beating Jared Cannonier in his last Octagon appearance, which took place last year. He's yet to taste defeat in the UFC, and the dynamic fighting style that has taken him to this point is also something that the fans and the brass favor in a potential contender. The biggest name on his record is Old Cannonier, but apparently the UFC leadership thinks his style and overall body of work was enough to put him in a title eliminator bout and also give him the chance to replace Chimaev or DDP should anything happen to one of them. In his latest interview, Caio shared thoughts on everything that's going on.
Being backup of any fight, any title fight, even any 2 competitors, would be very nice to be, because it shows that UFC are counting on you to maybe save the show. I'm definitely very happy with this position that I am right now, even with all the risks that I need to make weight twice and all that. And but yeah, I heard that Hamza is doing very good. He's doing very okay. He's training camp. He's healthy and all that. I don't know how is his weight, and the UFC didn't tell me anything. They just asked me to be the backup, and I said yes, and very happy with this position right now,
Dricus knows how to work when he gets tired, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think it can be a fight that I can catch him and fight an opening anytime, but it can be a 5-round war too, so I definitely want to compete against a guy like this. I've been calling him out for so long. I think I called him out 3 times already. So let's see what the future holds, what God wants, Now, just focusing what's in my control.